Hey, my name's Sarah Sims, and this is the latest edition of my Dance Music Masterclass for computer music. Today I'm going to show you how you can make an effective breakdown and build-up. And to start off, I'm going to play you the breakdown and build-up and the drop from my latest remix for Carl Wolf. So in dance music, the breakdown and the build-up are the sections of the track that are right before the drop. And the main purpose of these sections is to build tension and anticipation and prepare listeners for the exciting drop that's coming. The key to a good breakdown is developing a lot of contrast between the breakdown and the drop. And we can do this by clearing out some of the elements. Some of the key ingredients that should be in your breakdown should be like a light bass, perhaps some chords, some atmosphere. You want to have a bit of percussion to kind of keep the energy moving, and also some effects. So you definitely want your breakdown to have less energy and to fill out the whole frequency spectrum. Let's take a look at how you can do that using some existing parts from your drop. So in my remix here, I have a rolling bass and a sub bass. And what I've done here is I'm automating Pro Q3, FabFilter's Pro Q3, and I'm bringing that filter up as we get closer towards the drop. I'm also cutting out some of the low end so we have kind of less subby subs that are going on. Moving down, let's check out what's going on in the percussion section. So I have this loop playing here. And I'm using a similar technique here. I have FabFilter's Pro Q3, and I'm just automating up that filter so we hear more of the high end of this loop as we get closer to the drop. I also have just an open hi-hat in here just to keep the rhythm grooving along. And then I have a snare roll. And the snare roll is pretty cool. How I created this here is I took the same sample and I've put it in 3 different positions in a drum rack in Ableton, and I have a bit of a different EQ on each snare sample so that each sample sounds a bit different. I'm using each MIDI note, each of these 3 MIDI notes, and I kind of switch up the groove as I go along. This way the snare roll doesn't sound so stagnant, doesn't sound so similar as it's playing through, so it creates a bit more interesting movements. And you can see for the programming, how you program in your snare roll is you just cut the length of the hit every couple bars there. Let's move down to the atmospheres. Because there's a vocal in this remix, I really wanted to clear out some space in my plucks and my atmosphere when the vocal comes in so that there's even more space for the vocal. So I have a lot of plucks and atmospheres. And by the way, if you read computer music this month, I've left some cool tips in the article about how you can create your own atmospheres there. I'm just grouping all my atmospheres and my plucks together here. And I have a couple things going on. I have a utility gain that I'm automating. So I'm just automating the gain down. And then I'm also using FabFilter's Pro Q3 here. So I have a lot of automation going on during this break. Moving on down, there's a lot of effects that are in here as well to kind of make things pretty effective. Maybe we can just quickly play through the effects here. I'm really big on making your own effects from sounds that are already in your track. That way you're going to get more natural sounding effects. You might get more interesting sounding effects too. So I've made these sweeps and the riser, That being said, after that spiel, I did include some cashmere sweeps here just because I really wanted something quite dramatic to help bring up the energy. But for these verb clap sounds down at the bottom here, let's just listen to this here. So that's like a clap sweep. I've also left some tips in my tutorial this month on how you can make some of these effects on your own, just using percussion from your tracks and a long reverb like Eventide's Ultra Reverb. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about creating breakdowns and build-ups, and have fun creating your tracks.